Hello, fellow Disney travel fans. Welcome to Disney Travel Secrets. Rob and Carrie here. And this is our first time using a brand new platform. We're actually going live on both the Superfans group and also on the Disney Travel Secrets page. This is the first time we're doing this. We're using a brand new system called StreamYard. And we did not plan to go live today. And the reason we are is because of the new Disney annual passes. And they just released it. Also, make sure you guys can comment over here. Hello, Krista. Welcome. We're doing this live, again, on two different groups.
Actually on our YouTube channel too.
And YouTube, yes.
So, hey, if you're watching us on YouTube, hello. We don't go live there very often at all.
Yes.
But big news today and an announcement that I think a lot of you have been waiting for, and that is annual passes will go back to set. You can purchase them if you let yours lapse on September 8th. And so that's coming up. That's like right around the corner. That will be next week. And so that's going to be something that I think a lot of people are super excited about. And what's always interesting is whenever Disney makes any announcement, some people are so excited and they're super grateful that, hey, they can become an annual pass holder once again, or that they can for the first time. And then there's the other side of the people that it doesn't matter what you throw at them, they are going to complain. But we're not in that group. We are in the group where we're super excited. We've been reaching out to clients today who have just been saying, oh, yay, finally we can do this, because you know what that means? As an annual pass holder, you are more likely to go multiple times throughout the year.
Yes,
and
like we do.
Probably
too much.
And if you listen to today's Disney Travel Secrets show, we talked about little getaways, and those are so fun for annual pass holders. So we couldn't be more excited, and we are here to navigate what you need to know for now so you can make some decisions on if you should get an annual pass.
And to me, it's kind of funny because we see the same stuff you guys see in all the different Facebook groups, and every single page, every single group, literally this morning has posted it, and the reaction, kind of like normal, has been mostly negative. And that bothers me on some levels because people are going negative before they even know exactly what's going on. So we looked at some pricing, and overall, we're not going to be spending that much different. And we're going to go over that in just a couple minutes. We want to welcome you. Thank you guys for joining us, both on Facebook and on YouTube. This is our first time going live on YouTube. We do welcome your comments. And if you are in the Disney Travel Secrets page, feel free to share this as well.
Yes, and for some of you, you're just joining as a Facebook user. So if you are saying hi, let us know.
Exactly. So the other thing you can do is, I think in the link it says you can kind of let StreamYard access who you are. So that's literally just so your name pops up so we know who you are. And we've been talking a lot. I need to use some chapstick here because we've been doing a lot of talking today.
So let's start. Let's kind of break this down.
Yes.
And help you understand what exactly is going to be available. So, as Rob mentioned, September 8th is the date, and there are 4 passes, and it's very similar to what it was before. They just have new names because I think that's what we're doing in 2021. We're renaming everything, right?
Yes.
And so there are some that you can qualify for monthly payments. However, there is a big catch, and it's not in the fine print. So if you were looking at those 4 packages and we're getting all excited about monthly payments, we'll talk a little bit more about that, but it's not for everybody. You do have to qualify.
So stay tuned to that. We're going to give you kind of our insider tip we share with a lot of our clients, and this is specifically for people out of state that would like to have an annual pass but don't want to write, in this case, a very expensive check.
So the first pass is for Florida residents, and this one is called the Pixie Dust plan. So these are, again, new names, and this one is $3.99 or $19 per month. It has tons of restrictions, but it's mostly weekdays and lots of blackout dates. So this is very similar to the one that they had before, where you're pretty much, if you like to go on the weekends, this is not the pass for you.
I think this is what they called the silver one in the past. Also keep in mind, if you are not a current pass holder, each one of these passes will require a $205 down payment. $199 would have sounded better to me. I don't know why they went with $205. However, for existing pass holders, usually they eliminate the down payment, and then the monthly payment comes down a little. So we anticipate we're not really going to spend that much more money.
Yep. So this one, though, ideally is for the person who's not going to go around Christmas time. And again, you are blocked out of every Saturday and Sunday. Then you have those 2 weeks at Christmas. And then also in April, there are 2 weeks that you're blocked out around Easter time. So pretty standard. It's great for people who like to just hop on over during the week. So that one is not too shabby.
So also keep your comments coming. We'll answer them as they come in. If you're watching this on replay, we can't really answer that live, hence the whole live versus replay.
Now, you do get some Disney discounts with being an annual pass holders, and this one does qualify for that. So
yes,
there's that. Okay, the next pass is called the Pirate Pass. I mean, they came up. They tried to be a little.
They did come up with some really good names. I can tell you that it's a lot better than Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Platinum Plus. They do still have those same 4 levels. They've just renamed them to keep the title shorter. The first 3 passes have the word Disney in front of it, but we kind of get it.
Yeah, right. So this one is the $6.99 and $45 a month. It does have blackout dates, and this particular pass will allow you to do up to 4 reservations, like park reservations in advance. Now, some people are like, oh man, I can't believe they're limiting them. They've been limited since they started the park reservation system, and they've only allowed you to have 3. But if you are staying on site and you have a reservation, you can still book for all of those days.
So as pass holders right now, if we do not have a resort room reservation, we can only book 3 at a time. And this came into play. We were trying to go a couple times this summer. We also wanted to keep our October 1st and 2nd reservations. We can only have 3. So for us to make more reservations, we had to make a Disney park reservation. Now we're going
Disney Resort reservation.
Disney Resort, yeah. So now to go to 3 available reservations to 5, that's a pretty good thing for us.
Yeah. And this one does have blackout dates as well. So for the Pirate Pass, you are blocked out. Here's a big one. So you got to keep this in mind. If you are coming in for the 50th anniversary and you are going to get an annual pass and you want to be there on the 1st, the 2nd, or the 3rd, you are blocked out if you have the Pirate Pass. You also were blocked out for Columbus weekend. There is the month of Thanksgiving that you're blocked out. You're blocked out.
Yes, because Thanksgiving is now a month.
It is not a month. And then December, the last 2 weeks of December, you're blocked out. And then, of course, you have in March. And this was an interesting one, the week of the 14th of March. And then you are blocked out again in April. And we'll go ahead. We'll put a link so you can go and compare all of these blockout plans.
And to me, this Pirate Pass is the equivalent of the Gold Pass. And that's what we have right now, correct? Yeah, we have the Gold.
Yeah, we have the Gold Pass right now.
Keep in mind that this does not apply to current pass holders. Like we don't renew until I think October.
Correct.
Yeah, we renew in October, so none of this applies to us until the renewal time comes.
Correct.
So anyway, but stay tuned. We're going to tell you if you're an out-of-state resident, the best way to get a pass.
Yeah. This particular pass, though, is not my favorite one because there are so many random blackout dates that you have to manage.
So this has more blackout dates than our current Gold Pass.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely does. And so, like, for example, if you want to go Labor Day weekend, and you're just hanging out, especially for Florida residents, again, this one is for Florida residents. That weekend is blacked out for next year. So not the best plan. Financially, it may be for some people, but not the one that we would recommend if you're totally into getting an annual pass. Okay, the next one is, so first 2 are only for Florida residents.
Yes.
Only Florida residents. So that's the majority of you watching this probably aren't. But this next one
this is probably the one we may go up to.
So this next one is probably the equivalent of what we have right now. And this one is for Florida residents and for Disney Vacation Club members.
Okay, so this would be technically the Gold.
So this one is more the Gold than the other one.
Yeah,
the other one's a little more restricted.
The first one was the more of the weekday type of passes she mentioned. The next one, so this is kind of the one we have. And at $63 a month, I think we're paying $55. Now that number of 63 per month will drop a little because we won't have to do the down payment for renewing. And again, this is a Florida resident and a DVC annual pass.
Yeah. So
ours will probably stay about the same.
So this particular one does have some blackout dates, but not as many. So the key ones are they are blocked out over Thanksgiving, but just that tail end of the week. So just the Wednesday through Saturday. And then it is blocked out the last 2 weeks of December, including the Saturday leading into that. And after that, it actually is not blocked out on January 1st. So there is that. And then the new thing for this pass is there is, like right now, we were blocked out over Easter week, just our pass that we currently have. This particular pass is totally free and clear to go over Easter week. So the biggest difference between the Sorcerer and the Pirate is just, it's the price, but it's also all those blackout dates. And I say for $200, it's worth it for us to have more flexibility.
Exactly. I was thinking we had the other one, but yeah, we'll probably pay about 50. It'll be about the same.
I think these two are kind of new, though. I mean, both of them
they've altered a little bit. Like for the one before this, they've added a lot more blackout dates. And also, what is really different is that as an annual pass holder, the photo pass, the memory maker, is no longer included. However, and that was like a bit, oh my gosh, I can't get memory maker, then I'm not going to get an annual pass. I'm done with Disney. This is kind of the funny comments that I'm seeing on Facebook. Only one person in your party has to have it,
right?
Because you can share among party, and it's $99 a year. Mm-hmm. So that comes down to what, $10 a month? Not even $8 a month, not whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It's so marginal, but I can tell you for $99 a year, the pictures that we get, and it's not just the standard photo pass pictures, from photographers. It's the enhanced pictures they do. It's the really cool, really professional shots with like Mickey Mouse Sorcerer and a nighttime shot of like Hollywood Studios that's completely empty. All these other pictures that they throw into your memory maker that are really good shots that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah. So we'll talk a little bit more about the extras. And one thing about the Sorcerer Pass is that you get 5 park reservations. And again, this is in addition to any of those resort stays when you're staying at a Disney
So
resort.
I misspoke. The previous one, you get 4, right?
Correct.
So with this one, we do get 5.
This one, you get 5.
This is the one we're going to do. I already know this.
Yeah. All right. So the next one is the one that will apply to most all of you that are living outside the state of Florida. And this is pretty typical of what they've had before. And that is the Incredi-pass.
I think this is a great name. And also, we will get to all of your questions in.
Yeah, we'll go back. We'll read through all those. But
yeah, go ahead and hit the like, hit the hearts, hit the smiles. We like to see those things.
So
fly up on the screen.
Here's the Incredi-pass. This one is $12.99 or $99 per month. And keep in mind, this does not include tax. None of these prices do, so it's actually going to be a little bit more. But $99 if you do 12 monthly payments. Again, that's the $205 down payment.
Yes.
And the monthly payments are only for Florida residents, but we're going to share a little hack with you if you do want to do some payments on an annual pass.
So in the past, and someone had a question, is there one as the Premier Pass? The Premier Pass is the one that goes for California and Florida, right?
The Premier Pass does, and we have not seen
we haven't heard anything yet.
We haven't heard anything about that.
What's different this year than, as we come into next month to the previous passes that they offered, is that the top tier, which is this is the top tier, normally included both the water parks.
Right.
The water parks are not included with this. That is an add-on.
Yep, that is the new thing for all of these passes. So this particular pass has 0 blackout dates, so you could go at any time. And so that, I think, makes total sense. And of course, for all these passes, you do get some of those discounts. And the biggest difference that Rob and I have seen is just the differences of that water park not being included. They also say the sports package. I don't think we've ever gone to Wide World of Sports.
It's funny. We were driving by it because we were there earlier this week. We did one of our quick stays. If you listen to the DTS podcast, that's what we talked about on today's show is we did a 3-day, 2-night stay. We were gone probably about 54 hours, at Disney about 48 hours, but we got so much done. And as we were going to Animal Kingdom, which has become our tradition, is that's kind of the place we stop and have lunch before we go back down here to St. Pete. We were both looking at, well, there's Wide World of Sports, and we've driven by it about maybe 10 times, maybe 110 times, and we've just never been there. So that's something we're going to try as we go on our September trip over the 50th. We're going to...
Yeah, there hasn't really been anything going on over there for us to go
I just want to
out.
see it. I just want to see it.
Okay, let me finish describing this.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So one of the things about all these passes is even though you only get like 5 reservations at a time, and this is good, like for some people, they're part of other vacation clubs, so they may stay at the Marriott or, come down and maybe they do a home rental. And so they can only get those 5 days. Maybe they're doing a 2-week vacation. Disney is doing some bonus reservations. And so what they'll probably do is and this is pure speculation on our part, but we've worked with Disney long enough to know that when the times are slow, they like to incentivize their annual pass holders to come on over to Disney. And so, for example, next month, Ratatouille is doing some of the annual pass holder previews. And so for those of you who got it, you were so lucky. We were on a cruise ship with horrible internet. We weren't able to get our preview.
Yes.
But they'll probably say, hey, you can go ahead and grab park reservations for these days in the slower time. So we anticipate that. And then for all of the passes, if you want to go ahead and do the add-ons, it's $99 for the photo pass, like Rob mentioned.
I can tell you that is a fantastic deal. Again, I don't care if you're a family, a party of one, a family of two, a family of four, one of you just get it, because again, you can share it with the rest of the family. And there are some really awesome shots, including over at Magic Kingdom and also over in Star Wars, over at Hollywood, they have the zoom in shots, and they just have some really cool stuff.
Yeah, they're doing lots of cool things. And another one, okay, so then if you do want to add the water park and the sports option, that is an additional $99 per year. And if you love to go to the water parks, all you have to do is go twice.
You can add the water parks for $99 a year?
Yeah. All you have to do
is
if you go just twice, you are coming out ahead, because the water park is usually around $65 per day. And one of the nice things is you don't have to worry about getting park reservations for the water park. So there's, no stress there.
That doesn't count. It's only the 4 parks.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, that's what it is. We will be putting links up so you can kind of compare what the different plans are. The biggest thing is if you are out of state, the pass you will be getting is the Incredi-pass,
which is featured right here. Now, before we get into some details, because this is something we have not really talked much about. I guarantee you most of you don't even know this. So we're going to reveal how you can be an out-of-state pass holder and make interest-free monthly payments. And before we do that, let's go ahead and get
answer some questions.
Okay. Okay, Melanie says hi. Hello, Melanie. Jen says definitely interested in the out-of-state passes. That's what we're about to do. Your first time, we'll get it. You'll be very pleasantly surprised. For a single trip, it is $160, so $99 for the year is really good. Yes, I think it's $60, not $160. Is it $60 for the water parks?
For
you're talking about the Memory Maker.
The Memory Maker, it's $169 if you buy it at least 3 days in advance of your first day of using it. So it's a great option.
And for our clients, that's something we pretty much almost automatically add. I will say I'll ask them to have me take it off because it is such a value. We use it all the time.
Yeah. So Facebook user, I don't know who you are. Got our Remy preview on September 4th. Can't wait.
That's this week.
That's this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
That's going to be amazing. You'll have to report back and let us know how it is.
Abby, Incredi-pass sounds great. Yes. And again, I was impressed. Like, I tend to kind of look at the situation and say, okay, let me step back to what is Disney trying to do here? And the instant reaction for most people I would say mostly Facebook, I'm not on Twitter, but mostly Facebook is, oh my gosh, they raised the price again. And they didn't look at the details. They didn't look at the fine print. They just want to be the first to criticize Disney. And I'll tell you, here's how it starts. It always starts the same way. Hold on, I got to count the words. 6 words. Am I the only one that? And then, I didn't see this Disney movie. I hated this Disney movie. I can't believe I'm not going to get an annual pass. Am I the only one that is not going to renew my annual pass? And that's what these people do. And then and hopefully it's not named you guys. And then what they do is they get all, oh my gosh, they're trying to find their tribe or their people that are like, I'm not going. Well, I can tell you, Disney pretty much, the only thing that Disney can do to keep us from going is, and they've done it in the past, and that is shut the park down. Otherwise, we're going.
Okay, so let me read the questions. So Gabriella jumped in late. Is Incredi-pass same price in-state and out-of-state? The answer is yes. The biggest difference, though, is if you are a Florida resident, you have the proper ID to prove it, they do check, then you can make monthly payments on that particular pass. And so that's kind of the main difference there.
Yes. Okay, Lisa, missing the Memory Maker being included. I get it, too.
That was like one of those things where I was like, oh, wow, this is another line item.
It is, and I think they realized that a lot of people probably were not taking advantage of it. But for the people that are, again, 99 divided by 12, I can't do that in my head. I think it's $80-something, $8.50, something like that. Doesn't matter. But I wish it was included. But again, it's just the two of us. Only one of us has to get it at $99. Again, it's different because we do go every month and we get a ton of pictures. We use every photo pass we could see except in Animal Kingdom this time. So.
Oh, yeah, we didn't take one in that. Yeah.
But we went there. Okay. I have 7-day park hoppers. Do those get applied if we want the Incredi-pass instead?
So that
Someone
is a great question,
yes.
Facebook user. I don't know what your name is. Otherwise, I would call you by your name.
Okay, Justin has a question too. How many days do you have to
Oh,
go?
are we going to go back and address that?
It's the same thing. How many days do you have to go to justify it?
It's
So here's our secret that Carrie's going to reveal.
Well, that doesn't answer Justin's question.
Okay.
So Justin wants to know how many days do you have to go to justify the out of state. I'm gonna look up what the pricing is for a 10-day pass for right now, but it does vary depending upon the time of year that you're going to go. So when you're factoring it, ever since they came out with date-based pricing, what you have to do is figure out, okay, how many days am I going to go throughout the year, and at what time period. So if you're one of those people that you do an annual Thanksgiving trip with your family, or you come down for Christmas, or you come over Easter or over President's Weekend when it's prime pricing, then the number of days to justify it is going to be a little different. And then the other thing you want to keep in mind is that you do get discounts as an annual pass holder. So it's usually about 20% off on certain foods and merchandise.
No adult beverages.
No adult beverages.
But yeah, a lot of the restaurants do offer the discount. So
yeah, so
that can also bring, if it's 10 days and you're going to use the discount, it could bring it down to maybe 9 days.
Yeah,
but it's going to be in that range.
But think about that though. Like if you stay at the deluxe resorts or the moderate resorts, that discount when they have specials can be pretty good sometimes. And sometimes it can be up to like 35, and I've seen even 40% off the room rate. So when you factor in how much money you are saving as an annual pass holder, sometimes that's what justifies it more than just how many days.
Especially if you're into the merchandise, because you get the discounts on that as well. Okay. So you guys have been very patient. We've answered your questions. So now let's talk about our strategy for out of state.
Okay. So we're going to break this down. Yes. So for some of you, you probably been some of the person who you have some park tickets that you bought separately, which means that you have one of those big long confirmation numbers. It's not it's a mix of letters and numbers. And if you've done that, then you have a ticket only purchase. And when the passes come on sale on September 8th, you can call Disney and have them apply the value of the ticket that you currently have to your annual pass. And they will do that. I'm sure the phone lines will be really long. I recommend you just try calling very, very first thing in the morning. If you don't get through, then
or wait a couple days,
because
September 8th is going to be, it's going to be crazy. Like anything we need to get done, we're going to do it before September 8th or a couple days after, because the phone lines at Disney,
they will be busy. Yeah.
And the reason is a lot of them are still not back to work. So they're working remotely. So the Disney phone system handles the call and then hands it off to someone who's probably at home, most likely on a cell phone, and their system gets overwhelmed. Their system is designed to have hundreds and hundreds of people in one main building with, giant internet lines coming in, all using the same system.
Yeah. So if you have that number, then you have a ticket that you haven't used that you can then convert that value of that ticket to an annual pass. Now, for some of you, you may have an upcoming, like let's say a December, or maybe you booked your March trip and you're just like, we'd love to be annual pass holders, but we're not traveling until March. What you can do if you want to be making payments is you can go ahead, if you have a vacation package, if you're working with us or if you work with your travel advisor, you can go ahead and say, I want a 10-day ticket on my package. So your vacation package, which a vacation package will have an 8-digit confirmation number. That's how you know it's a package.
So the biggest difference is here, it has to be a package. It cannot, a ticket only. If you're buying tickets only with Disney, you pay that all up front.
You pay that all up front. Yeah. So what you can do though, is then on the first day of your trip, go in to guest services and say, I would like to upgrade to an annual pass. And you'll probably be able to do it on the app as well. Since they haven't done that for a while, we can't verify that at this time. Now there's pros and cons to this. The pro is that you could be making small payments on your vacation in March in this example. And so you're kind of making monthly payments. There will be a slight difference. So you will have to, pay an additional upgrade. But
it definitely,
it's a great way to kind of spread out that $1,300.
You're not going to take a $1,300 hit up front. And again, this strategy works best when you have a reservation that's at least 10 to 12 months out, maybe 13, 14 months out, because on that package, you're making the monthly payments. You get on site, they'll take the value of the ticket portion, apply that. So you might pay a couple hundred, but keep in mind, you've been making just small little payments, every month.
Yeah. Now, the downside of it is that if a room discount comes out for annual pass holders, and you're not an annual pass holder when you are checking in, then and you can only convert that at guest services. But if you're not, then you don't qualify for that. But depending upon when you go, it may not be a bad thing. I mean, kind of selfishly as a travel agent, we can't sell the annual passes. So we kind of like this strategy as well, because it helps out our clients. And then it also helps us with that small commission that we get on there. Okay. So let us know if you have any questions on that.
Luann has a question.
Okay, Luann, I have 3 days on the books for September hoppers and a 4-day trip in February, which I haven't purchased, a DVC resale, no blue card. Am I going to take the hit? So I do believe that you have to have the blue card in order to qualify for the discount. I will look that up here in a bit.
Yeah.
If you already have the 3 days hopper that you paid for in a package, I don't know if you paid for it in a package or if you have, if you are coming in after September 8th and it's the big long ticket number, you can still upgrade that to an annual pass. But I'll have to find out because I don't know if the DVC has to be the blue card.
Yes.
And for those of you who are DVC, you know what we're talking about, right? With
yes.
the blue card.
Basically, the blue card means that you bought Disney Vacation Club direct from Disney and not on a resale contract.
Yep. So let's see, Disney Vacation.
And while you're doing that, I'll
members.
answer. So Jen, is the Incredi-pass package hopper tickets? Yeah, an annual pass is an automatic hopper. Again, you still have to abide by whatever the park hopping rules happen to be right now. You go to your first park and then you can start park hopping at 2 o'clock. But yes, annual pass, and we've been doing that, since, well, forever. Once they reopened, for a long time they did not have the park hopper, and so we were going to one park per day. But yes, park hopping is included, and we don't know if they're going to change the time or not. Again, right now it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Who knows? I do know that for those people that are going someplace else to one of the other 3 parks, not Magic Kingdom, on October 1st, I'm going to give you a little bit of spoiler. Do not think that you're going to go and you couldn't get Magic Kingdom on October 1st, and so instead you got Animal Kingdom, and you have a park hopper. Don't think that you're going to be park hopping to Magic Kingdom at 2 o'clock. They're not going to allow that. We already know their system, for whatever reason, they're going to turn on park hopping at 2 o'clock for Magic Kingdom and turn it off at 2 o'clock in 1 second. I don't know why. We have some people that are kind of insiders. So again, I don't want people to be disappointed thinking, I've got park hopper, I'm going to go to Hollywood, and at 2 o'clock I'm going to Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom will be full.
Yeah, Magic Kingdom definitely is going to be full.
Oh, no problem, Jen. That's a great question.
And yeah, it is a good question though, because all these little upgrades that they're doing now, it's just like, wait, do I need to upgrade to do the park hopper thing? And it is different now that park hopping does start at 2 o'clock p.m. We don't know if that will go away anytime soon, but for now, it's been really interesting for us because we don't plan our days, but now we've been forced to pick a park. And actually, I would say after this last trip, I kind of liked it because we left our house right so we could get when Epcot first opened. And it was a good strategy. And so for anybody that is coming in and you decide to upgrade to an annual pass, right now it's kind of perfect if you can get an early flight and arrive, and then you can hit Epcot, very first thing and go and enjoy that park. And, that's probably one of my favorite things about it, having an annual pass, is if you're at a park and you're just like, I just want to take a break, you're more than likely going to be coming down more than 10 days throughout the year. If you have an annual pass, you're going to justify it. I guarantee it.
And also using some of our strategies, you don't have to go on a 7 or 8 day trip and do it all at once. You can break that up into 2, maybe sometimes 3 trips and we like Monday through Thursday. That's, if you want to do a 4-day, 3-night, again, listen to today's Disney Travel Secrets podcast, because we break it down, and we also break down exactly what we did. Starting last Wednesday, we left right here in St. Pete at 9:30. Here's one little cool fun fact we added in today's show, is that once we leave here in St. Pete, again, we have to drive over Tampa Bay. We do not hit one stoplight until we're on Disney property.
Yeah.
And so that's, now
kind of fun.
We do hit a lot of I-4 traffic, which is insane.
Which is worse than stoplights.
If you guys live in California, New York, you'll fit right in here on I-4.
Yeah.
Any other questions? And by the way,
so Luann,
yes,
she's coming in after the 8th. So yes, what I would recommend is for any of you who already have tickets in your package is to, on the 8th, feel free to just open up that app and see if it'll allow you to upgrade right there so that you can go ahead and get upgraded. Or if you just want to wait until you get to Disney, You need to do it before you use that last day. So if you have a 5-day park ticket and you have used 4 of them and you're planning to upgrade, go to guest services before you even scan in that 5th day. Because once you've done that, then it makes it very hard for guest services because they're like, oh, that's a used ticket. And that is a question that somebody did text me earlier, is they're like, hey, I just, we used a bunch of tickets that we purchased for August. Do you think they would give us credit for those? And the answer is no, they will not. So it's only things moving forward September 8th forward. Unfortunately, I would love for some of our clients to be able to get credit for all the trips they took this last year.
And here's one thing is that the resorts, they don't have guest services.
The resorts do not have guest services.
So here's one of my personal tips is instead of trying to, get to the park early, especially with all the changes coming in after, September 8th, as you get closer to the actual 50th on October 1st, one thing you might want to try is go to guest services at Disney Springs. The parks are going to have a bunch of lines because it's not just people trying to upgrade. It's people that have problems with their tickets. They don't work. Their Magic Band isn't working. So they go to guest services. Also, guest services at Disney Springs is inside and air conditioned. And they have a lot more people working. It's not just 2 or 3 people in a window. You're going to have 4 or 5 people. So that's kind of one of our insider tips is, especially if you're, like, say you're coming in on Monday. Monday's a travel day and you're not going to go to the parks. And you have these things, okay, well, Tuesday morning, we're going to go to guest services. Go do it at Disney Springs and have some fun over there while you're there.
Yeah. And a couple of the extras, too, that you get as an annual pass holder are things like when a new ride comes out and they do those previews. It is kind of a lottery system.
Like Remy.
So like Remy, like we did Flight of Passage. We were able to do some after hours events. Then they haven't brought those back yet, but they do some special things just for annual pass holders. So you do get some other little added perks and benefits. Some of them are completely random, like when they do those preview things. If you don't live in Florida, you have to kind of make some plans to come down, but it still is something that is a nice little perk. So April, we live out of state. Oh, did I miss? Oh, Shauna. Hey, Shauna. Thanks for always keeping us up to date on all things Disney. We try. It's a fun topic. So.
Yes. And April, we live out of state and feel like 2 long weekend trips make a pass worth it. Resort discounts, 20% off merch, park hopping, free parking at the parks, 10%. It really does. 2 long weekends. And also, I think, again,
they did not list the free parking at the parks in their little breakdown, did they?
I saw it.
Oh, you saw it. Okay, good. All right.
Yeah, they're not taking away free parking at the parks.
Okay, good.
You will pay to park at the resort. I think annual pass holders should park free at the resorts. And again, you're going to get more people to do that because you're giving the annual pass holders more perks. I know in the past couple of years, they seem to be taking them away more instead of giving them. But it is what it is. It's not that expensive to park. I'm not going.
But that's a good comparison though. If you do 2 long weekend trips, it totally makes it worth it. One thing to note is that the annual pass discount for resort rooms is not always going to be available. They roll those out usually about 30 to 60 days in advance, but it's not a guarantee because some people think, oh, well, I'm an annual pass holder. I should get my discount. And it's like they randomly will decide which days they're going to do those discounts.
It's all based on the occupancy rate. So if they have a low occupancy, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to open it up to Florida residents. Then annual pass holders will be next. And also, if you use our strategy of if you do a 4-day ticket and do it Monday through Thursday, as opposed to the long weekends, I would much rather do Monday to Thursday than I would Thursday to Sunday. The resort rates start going up on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then Sunday through Wednesday is when they come back down.
Yeah. And Luann, I don't read anything on here about the DVC needing to be a blue card, not to say that it won't be a requirement, but what you could do is log into your DVC account and see if they have any news in there. I have not been on that site today to see but that's a great question though, because
usually the only thing the blue card got you was entrance into the Top of the World Lounge over, Bay Lake Tower
and the special events
and the DVC members lounge over at Epcot.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's really not that big a deal, especially if you consider if you are buying on the resale market, you save a whole bunch of money. And the DVC lounge at Epcot, not a big deal. Top Top of the World is a big
Top of the World was, that one was fun. That one was fun. And the special events when they were doing them, but they're not right now. So, hey.
Any other questions? I hope you guys like this new format. If you do, comment below. We're going to commit to you guys to come to you guys at least once a week. And we're doing this both on the DTS page and the Superfans group and on YouTube. We're using this new platform called StreamYard. To me, it's really fun because we can go to live to 3 different places, plus have these scrolling banners, which is something we have not had in the past. We will go live. I know.
Rob loves that stuff.
No, here's what I love: something that is so easy that I can actually do this, because I set up these banners and stuff. And if I can do it, then your 5-year-old can do it. So if you want us to keep going live, we'll go live. I promise. My commitment is at least once more this week, because a few more things will probably drop, as Disney often does. So either we're thinking maybe Thursday. 1 o'clock seems to be a good time for a lot of people. And if not, you guys can always watch it on the replay, because those will be posted as well. If you're enjoying this, comment below, say hi, let us know, type in, where are you guys at? Like, are you guys working from home? Are you at the office? What city, what state? Type that in. We love to see where all you guys are hanging out or living or working, doing whatever.
Yeah, but I guarantee we will be getting some other news, I'm sure, this week, because we are 30 days out as of tomorrow from the 50th anniversary. And we're so excited. We do have a group of people that are going to be there. And for those of you who are going to be there, even if you're not a part of our group, let us know, because we may do some other meetup stuff. And there's probably going to be some other fun surprises that Disney will be doing. So we're super, super excited to, I don't know, after this last trip, we were like, we should sneak over one more time before then, but we'll see. I have another trip. So
yeah, she's doing her 25th annual girls trip. She's been doing this since she was 4. And her and her 2 college roommates go someplace every year.
Yeah, this year we're going to San Diego. So
I stay home that weekend and clean the house and restock the refrigerator and wash the cars and basically do stuff around the house.
Actually, you do.
I do
some cleaning though when I'm
I do
gone. I should go away.
I do some surprise projects while she's gone.
That is true. But thanks so much for being here with us.
Yes, thank you.
And if you do have any other questions, or you're catching this on the replay and you have some questions about annual passes, feel free to reach out to us. You can just shoot us a direct message and we will get back to you. So, Shauna in Pennsylvania considered annual passes. So for the breakdowns. Yeah, and we'll try to do maybe a few more examples, but yeah, just don't forget, you do get up to 20% discount. Sometimes they were doing 30% on merchandise.
Yeah, they did. They had some specials.
You can definitely, those add up. And if you're family and you eat a ton of stuff at Disney, always, those discounts are fantastic and they do add up.
You do not get discounts at the food and wine booths. That would be huge for a lot of people.
I know.
You got it. Thank you guys for hanging out. Again, this was kind of impromptu. We just set up the system this morning and we're like, okay, every single person in the Disney universe is talking about annual passes. There's a lot of
misinformation. Look at us. We just jumped on the bandwagon. That's not us.
No,
we
came on live to set the record straight about what's really going on. And it's, the people that are complaining, I get it. If the price went down, they'd be like, oh, I can't believe they did that. It's going to be too crowded. I can't go. So people like to complain. We get it. It's the culture we live in now. We just wanted to go live. You won't see us really posting much about it because I don't want to create this, back and forth. I hate it. I love it. You guys just duke it out. We decided to come live and give you the skinny.
So, Michaela, do merch discounts apply to art? Sometimes they might. So it's always worth it if you are an annual pass holder or if you're going to become a new annual pass holder. Always say these magic words. Do you offer any discounts?
Michaela, that's a great point. I don't care where you are, at a restaurant, if you're shopping in the parks, if you're at Disney Springs, because a lot of the places at Disney Springs are not Disney owned, independently owned. Mm-hmm. So like she said, that is, do you offer any discounts? And some may say, yeah, it's this annual pass holder. Usually if it's annual pass holder, it's DVC as well. They're the same discount.
And it's the same discount.
Or they'll ask you, are you a cast member? Clearly I'm not, because if I was, I'd know that answer. So no, but thanks for asking.
Yeah, always worth asking for sure. And that, I know that like for my Dooney and Burke bags, because I love those, I just have 2 of them. It's not, I don't have an obsession, but those discounts definitely add up. What?
Here you go. Just hold on to Minnie.
No, she's not a Dooney and Burke.
So again, we're going to go ahead. We'll commit to Thursday at 1 p.m. Same bat time, same bat channel. Many of you will not get that, but we'll basically sum up the rest of the week, what's going on. We'll talk about what's going to happen on next week's show, we'll kind of give you a tease for next week DTS show that will be our first September show. And I can't believe we're in September. Hello, Shannon. Hi. That's okay. You
can catch. You'll be able to catch the replay.
You can catch the replay, Shannon.
Yeah. So thanks again. You guys have a great rest of your Monday. Make it a magical Monday.
And if you guys have any comments, comment below. We'll get back and we'll see you guys in the future. Again, Thursday, 1 p.m. We'll be right here, whether you're on the DTS page, the Super Fans, or YouTube. So thank you guys for spending your time with us. And hopefully we see you sometime in the future in the parks. Take care.
Take care.